Welcome to the Healthy Heart Podcast, brought to you by me, Gabby Garcia. The Healthy Heart Podcast is a space to share about valuable topics that, as a humanity, we need to be more aware. We want to create a positive impact in everyone who listens to us. I believe you are also making a positive impact, so thank you for being here. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Healthy Heart Podcast 4th episode. I am very happy today because I am in the Netherlands recording this episode for you, and my very special friend Yuta will share with us a bit of her experience in today's topic, which is empathy and compassion. Let's get started. How is empathy and compassion so related? How can we be compassionate if we aren't empathetic? I believe there is no way to do so. Empathy is defined as the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Basically, be able to feel in the same way what others are experiencing. This is also, for me, very related to the connection we may feel with the rest of the humans or with the nature itself. Therefore, without connection, there is no possible way of being empathetic. And this takes us to look deeper into the meaning of connection. And more than that, how to actually feel it in order to create empathy and, moreover, compassion. Let's take a simple example of life. We are all aware on how animal agriculture is so cruel, but we close our minds and forget that while having the meal in front of us. This speaks a lot about how our compassion is connected to our empathy and that you can't get one without the other one. About humans' compassion, we rarely think in the other person's perspectives because we see the world as we experience it. So this is not an easy task to do, not just to really know about something, you have to live it, but also to feel it and being present, but we cannot live everywhere or everyone's lives, can we? So to be more aware of it, I thought about some phrases that can help us to do it. For example, the first one is that your reality is not the only reality. The second one is life is experienced differently by everyone. Number 3, what if that was me or someone I love? And number 4, feeling compassion can open our eyes to others' perspectives. A very good friend of mine told me that he feels it is not 100% achievable to be empathetic. But we discuss and get to the conclusion that if we care about others, then we are doing our best to not just say, I understand you, but to say, I feel you. So I am here with Yuta. She is a social worker here in the Netherlands and works mostly with families. Today she's going to share with us how empathy and compassion are such a big part of her job. Welcome to the Healthy Heart Podcast. I feel very happy to have you this episode.
Thank you, Gaby. Nice to be here.
Yay. Okay, so I would like to start by asking you about how you manage to empathize with the different sides of the families you work with, because I think that by nature we will connect with one side more than with the other. But yeah, I would like to know, how do you feel about it?
I can understand the question, but I think that's the part of my job. That's part of my job. I need to be objective and listen to both sides. Like I listen to the parents and I listen to the children, and I want them to connect again. And most of the time they lost connection. And by listening to them and explaining them and the reasons behind the text, I can bring the connection back. So
that's beautiful. So it's a lot about connection. You connect with both sides more than just take one side or the other.
Yes, because you talk with both of them, so I can understand both.
Okay. So my second question will be on how do you feel compassion plays a role in your profession? Like you feel that you have to be compassionate for one side or the other, or just explain me how do you think it's important?
I think you need it when you are a social worker, because when you want to talk with people, like really talk, you should be real, and they need to feel that you are hoping the best for them. Because I believe that if someone is not have the feeling that they want to be good for you, you don't get the real connection. So I can ask you a question and you give the answer, but if you think I'm not listening carefully and I'm just do it because I get paid for it and not wishing you the best, you don't give me more information than just the question.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. And would you like to share with us, how do you think we could improve our empathy and our compassion levels in our daily life, but what you have been seeing with other families and with other people?
That's a good question. I think it's by listen to each other, like really listen, like making the connection and not being busy with other things in your head. Just making time, be there and listen carefully.
I totally agree with you when you said that by listening is how we can create or elevate our levels of compassion, because it's so important. So thank you so much for adding value to this episode and for being here and say yes to be in this episode of my podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to close this episode by saying that I really, really liked and really resonated with me what Yuta mentioned on how she can connect objectively with both sides, giving a different perspective on how to be empathetic and compassionate can be achieved by listening carefully to others and not just by exactly living as they do. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And before it ends, I would like to remind you the 4 phrases that can help us to develop our empathy and our compassion. 1, your reality is not the only reality. 2, life is experienced differently by everyone. 3, what if that was me or someone I love? And 4, feeling compassion can open our eyes to others' perspective. I hope you get so much value from this as I did creating it. So thank you so much and see you next time. You can find more about us on www.don'tdiewondering.me and enjoy all the different services we offer there. Please feel free to press the link on the description below and make a donation to support keep receiving this valuable information. Thank you for joining us, and if you like this episode, please share it, because spread the love is what we love.